Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Now, according to a report from the Election Commission of India, the Election Commission of India says that outside of electoral bonds, beyond electoral bonds, Bharatiya Janata Party got 2,224 crores as various electoral trust and funds, 2,224 crores outside of electoral bonds. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what happens when a political party is flooded with money. What happens to the nation? Let's talk about it. Let's get right to the show. Now, according to Election Commission report, Election Commission says that outside of electoral bonds, over and above electoral bonds, Bharatiya Janata Party received 2,243.9 crores. This is what some report says. Some report says 2,224 crores. Somewhere say. This is what Election Commission says. Election Commission says that BJP received 2,224 crores, BRS 584 crores. BRS, K. Chandrasekhar Rao of Telangana received 580 crores. So, Congress received 289 crores, YSRP received 184 crores, TDP received 100 crores, DMK 60 crores, AAP 11 crores and TMC 6 crores. So, this is what the report says. And some report further says that the Covaxin maker Bharat Biotech International Limited contributed 50 crores to Bharatiya Janata Party during the financial year 2023-24. This was part of that 2,224 crore which they received. So that is what some people say. Now you know what? And my point is, I'm not going to talk about corporates giving money and then one knows why corporate gives money. It is not that corporate feels, oh, this is a lovely party I'm fighting for. That's not normally how it happens. Corporate gives money because they want to maintain relationship. They want to maintain liaison with the particular political party and especially the political party in power, so on and so forth. This is given. So I don't want to talk much about it. Let's keep that aside. Let's talk about what happens when a political party is flooded with money. Now, mind you, a BRS, who is almost obliterated from Telangana currently, his political career is in doldrums. He got a donation of, or that party got a donation of 580 crores. You see, what happens when a political party has monies like this, huge monies, 2,000 crores, 3,000 crores. This is exclusive of electoral bonds. If a political party has that kind of money, what that political party can do is that political party can dominate the media space. If it dominates the media space, it can come and create a top-of-mind recall on the voter's mind. It can create a top-of-mind recall in the voter's mind and the fact that they can use the media like we're seeing it being used to create a narrative that they want you to consume. They can create a narrative which they want you to believe. They can camouflage everything that goes wrong by creating a narrative which you believe. And that narrative can ensure that you blindly follow that particular political party, follow that particular ideology and vote for that particular ideology because of the sheer money and presence that they spread in that particular constituency, economy, whatever you call it, or country in this case. You normally get guided with that. And that ensures that at some point in time, you go out and vote for that particular party. And then by the time you realize that you voted for a party and that party is almost like monopoly, it becomes too late. I'll give you an example. You see, Coke is a large cola brand. Now, Coke spends a hell of a lot of money. So, as a marketer, if somebody were to ask me that, shall I enter the cola market in India? I would say, Pagal hai? Are you mad? Do you have that kind of money? Don't enter, Baba. You will not even stand a day. Why? Because Coke has that kind of money to splurge. They have that kind of money to splurge on advertising, that they have kind of money to splurge on marketing, that kind of money to splurge on sales and distribution. They have that kind of money to ensure that they wipe you out of the market. Who can compete them? A Pepsi. Why? Because Pepsi is almost equally cash rich. Pepsi can compete a Coke and Coke can compete a Pepsi. But tomorrow if I come with Sujit Nair Cola, it will not work because neither do I have the money, nor the muscle, nor the capacity to fight them. Which means what? Which means a free entry, free exit that we say in a market like ours, that is just a myth. It is not reality. There is no free entry and free exit. Only the rich can sell their products. The poor cannot. A person who doesn't have money cannot. Now, that's also going to happen with political parties, no? Till such time it is Coke and Pepsi and others and all, it is okay. But when it is political party, it is your life. If one political party has so much money that it can create narrative, it can create markets, it can create volunteers, it can create campaign, it can create an environment that is conducive to it, then what happens to the competition? What happens to an honest, good leader who wants to fight the election and serve you? What happens to him or her? How does he or she even get his or her voice heard? कहाँ पर जाएंगे? 600 meetings, 60,000 meetings, 70,000 meetings. These are the kind of meetings that are happening to promote a particular political party. Why? They have the money. A poor party with a few honest people, if they really want to come to you, they will not even afford 6 meetings. They can't. पैसा कहाँ है? Permission के लिए पैसा कौन देगा? Who will pay the money for permission? Who will pay the money for chairs? Who will pay the money for stage? Who will pay money for the loudspeaker? Who will pay money? They don't have the money. They can't reach you. Which means chances are a good person who genuinely wants to serve you, gone. Can't reach you. A political party that has got money will reach you. That is problem number 1. Let me tell you problem number 2. Who pays this political party? Does political party go into business? That it sells a product or services and then earns money and then that... ऐसा होता है क्या? नहीं होता ना. Here ना, ये say this company paid so and so money to political party. When a company pays money to political party, what do you think that company is going to expect after the political party comes to power? Wouldn't that company expect return favors? Are you trying to tell me that all these companies who pay these political parties in power are all doing it for the love of this country? Really? Is that what happens? So somewhere down the line, if you have companies paying political parties huge amount of money in some form or another, they too are trying to create monopoly. They too are trying to create situations, policies which ensures that they are the only choice for the consumers. So a party, a political party which has got huge amount of money creates monopoly for itself and then it starts creating monopoly around it. So the companies that funds it is the first to ask for monopoly and possibly get it. I am not saying therefore it is happening today. I am saying look at this as a possibility and a very real possibility. A very real possibility. You have companies creating monopoly. You have no choice but to buy what the company says that you have to buy. You have no choice but to go with one service provider. You have no choice but to go with the content that service provider provides you with. You have no choice but to read what that particular printer or publisher wants you to read. You have no choice but to prescribe to whatever that particular service provider wants you to prescribe. This is where you stand. So the choice is go slimmer. Another very important point. What happens when you have a monopolistic political party, a monopolistic corporate company? What do you do then? Then the constitutional bodies like Enforcement Directorate or CBI or police, these constitutional bodies which are actually bodies with power, who can pick you up and put you behind bars, these bodies no longer work for you, the people of India. They could start working for the political parties. The political parties will use them as their tool. Because पूछने वाला कौन है यार? Who is there to ask? Opposition is weak. No money to the opposition. No seats in the assembly. No seats in the parliament. Opposition is weak. People are not going to listen to the opposition because the media will create a narrative. It will be forgotten very soon. There will be news which is conducive to what the political party wants, what the political party in power wants. Who is going to know? So if I start using ED, IT, CBI, etc., to my political benefit, how does it matter? Who's going to question? That's one. The second thing is, you know what is going to happen to your constitutional bodies if a political party constantly uses them? They get misused and they start misusing their powers. I'll give you an example. CBI raids an ED officer in Shimla. He was almost arrested. They raid him for some bribe that he collected. The point is, today, you ask a CBI to raid a person, you ask a CBI to arrest a person on political vendetta, you ask the ED to raid somebody because of political vendetta. Do you think 10 times they will do the politician's job, 11th time they will do their own work? Why? Wrong can only be done for politicians. What, they can't do wrong for themselves? So the 11th time, they will go and raid somebody because they would benefit out of it. 10 times they did for the politician. And as a politician, political master, what can you question them? He will also ask or she will also ask you, no, 10 बार आपके लेके आया, सर एक बार मेरे लेके आया, मेरा खानदान नहीं है क्या, मेरे घर पे लोग नहीं है क्या, मुझे नहीं चाहिए क्या अच्छा गाड़ी? What will the politician say? The politician will have to succumb. Because if you do things, make them do things which are illegal, when they do illegal things, there is nothing you can ask them. Monies and money spent on elections and politics has almost become a new normal. ये particular party ने पैसे पानी जैसे बहा है, which means this particular political party has spent money like water, is a common statement we hear, and today it doesn't alarm us. We say, okay. We don't ask the question as to what happened. You can only spend 40 lakhs. You can only spend 99 lakhs. There are rules. There are prescribed rules by the election commission as to how much a political party stroke a candidate can spend. What happens to that? We don't ask those questions. We don't ask those questions. And we don't ask questions as to what is this political party doing with so much money? Why does it need so much money? What is the need for a political party to have humongous reserves? What is the need? What do they do with it? We don't ask our political parties, तुम एक काम करो, तुम्हारा exact statement दिखाओ, तुम्हारा मुझे expenses दिखाओ. ED won't raid a political party, no? Especially the political party in power. ED won't raid, no? IT won't raid, no? That is all for poor people and people who go against them. It is not for a political party. So then, where does this money go? And how is this money spent? The fact remains that if this money is spent to create monopoly in this country, believe me, you see yourself from 10 years from today. See yourself from 10 years from today. And the fact that how can you rule out the possibility of an election being just bought with money? 3 big companies come together and decide that we are going to make this political party the next government of our country. Why they can't do it if they are willing to spend that kind of money? The point that I am trying to make is money in election is now a reality. And like I always say, and I always try to do, for our democracy to remain a democracy, I think we need to understand this fact. I think we need to understand the fact that there has to be a process, there has to be a way where we promote people who have no money but are great representatives, but could turn into a great administrators. We should do that. If we just follow the bandwagon and we go by the glitz and glamour that a political party throws at you and follows that particular political party, unless and until that member who is doing that is a good person, is a good administrator, is a great administrator, it's a different issue. I am not talking about any particular political party per se, but the fact remains that unless and until that person who representing that particular political party is a good person, just because he had huge campaigns, huge rallies, huge money spent, huge parties, huge gifts, huge offers, if we go by that, I am guaranteeing you, we are going to reach the end of the road as far as democracy is concerned. That's the point I wanted to make today. Till I see you next time. That's tomorrow at 10. Good night.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.